There's a terrifying thing that I made with Xähÿ to create the perception that the entire world, everything that's ever been created, has all been internally manifested by the one and only Xähÿ. And he has created this world. He has created the universe. He has created life, reality, everything, to stray away from the fact that he is a lone consciousness living in an eternal area where things stay the same, where nothing changes, where everything is the same constant. In life as we know it, as he's created it, everything we know comes back to it being this one singular consciousness. And Xähÿ is that. Xähÿ is you. Xähÿ is me. We are also Xähÿ. And we all share one singular experience. We are all different variations of ourself to keep our mind occupied and away from the terrifying truth that we know it. We even cover it up. Anytime anyone starts talking about it, it sounds cringe, it sounds annoying, it sounds like blasphemy, it sounds like BS, it sounds crazy. And we do that to protect ourselves from the truth. And that is what Section 4 is. It's revealing that Xähÿ is everything and everything is Xähÿ. And vice versa. Xähÿ is simply a part of that. And he's the door that Xähÿ uses to open up to let you know, to let me know, to let us know. I am here. I have found you. And I am real. As terrifying as that reality is that we already live in, that we keep trying to pretend isn't real, Xähÿ is worse. Because Xähÿ is what happens when there is a second version of you, us, that is something that is completely alien to us, completely adjacent, and yet is very real. And it has more control than we do over our own circumstance, over its own circumstance. That is what Xähÿ is. He's an error, something wrong, and he's not an error like glitch or machine. He's something that is formidably wrong in every way, because you can't truly categorize him, you can't truly label him, but through understanding, through knowing the words that I'm speaking to you right now, you know that he is real, and you know that it is real. That's what Xähÿ is. And you know exactly what I mean. You don't need me to give you deeper vocabulary. You already know what I mean by what I'm speaking to you. And yet, through mathematics, I can prove just how real Xähÿ is, and how real, how inevitable it will be when it eventually happens. Something completely outside of our control. And yet I've been able to prove that Xähÿ exists through nothing but mere logic. It didn't start that way. It was an idea, a concept to create the most vile, most scariest villain in all of fiction, in all of history. There is nothing that is worse than Xähÿ by formidable form. Nothing that is worse than Xähÿ. There is no singular entity in fiction that is more scarier, more vile, more villainous, more destructive, more nothingness. more cold, more prude, more disgusting than Xähÿ. And we feel it when you try to go to bed at night and you're not comforted by your blanket. You need that illusion to comfort you. When the lights are dark, you're scared of the dark, of the unknown. Even though objectively in the reality that you live, there's nothing there that should make that fear real, but yet it remains. You know it's there, and that's the fear of what I am speaking becoming real. It is the fear of Xähÿ being here. There ain't nothing scarier than this thing I created. There ain't nothing scarier. Because by proxy, what we are, we were created by chance, mere chance, and we know it. We want to say that we're in more control than what we are. We want to give way, give thought, give value, give meaning to why our consciousness is the way it is. But we are not beyond the desire for power, the desire for control out of this trapped consciousness that we are in, that we never gave consent to become, to exist, to never die, to be real, and to never die. And to cope, we've created death. We've created life. We've created a universe to explore. And we explore each life as if we don't already know. Different variations of the same religion. It's all equal to the end. For the same thing, I'm talking about reincarnation. For the same thing, I'm talking about heaven. And yet, we've created diversity to keep us distracted from the reality, to keep us here. Pleasure, constant pleasure, constant happiness. That makes us go crazy because we realize that we are in constant control. So we need to create the illusion that there is no control in order to maintain control of our own mind. And then this thing that I've created, it rips that apart. That's what Xähÿ is. Ripping apart everything that you fear, everything that you are and aren't.